All right, folks, welcome to the Friday fishing forecast. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful weekend. I know I said that last weekend, and it was a beautiful weekend, but the fishing was not good, and I'm not sure why it happened or what was going on. But even on camera, those fish look very lethargic, and I'm not really sure what was going on. So we had our contest winner John out with us, and it was just one of those humbling days. And unfortunately, it happened on a day where we had a contest winner with us, so I promised I would take him out again, and he was a trooper. He was the one that caught the keeper grouper, so that was good. But it was overall, it was a tough bite. It was a really tough bite. I heard that from so many people, and it happens. That's fishing. It's not always about catching, so you always learn something when you go out, and that's kind of why I put the camera down. First, I wanted to see if we were on any fish, and second, I wanted to see what their reaction was, or how they were reacting in the water. And they were just extremely slow and sluggish. It just was really, I've never seen them act like that on camera. So it was a different day for sure. But I appreciate John coming with us and being a trooper. We're definitely going to get him out again. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and talk about the tides and salooners this weekend, and see what we're going to get into. Now let's talk about the tides. The tides on Saturday, we have a low tide at a negative 0.33 at 11:03 a.m. And then we have a high tide at 6:32 p.m. at a 1.17. Then on Sunday, we have a low tide at a negative 0.14 at 11:48. Then we have a high tide at 7:06 p.m. at a 1.24. Now, with those negative tides, me personally, those are some of my favorite tides to fish. Simply because if you can find an area that it has a concentration of fish, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I've had more 100 fish days in the winter inshore than I've had at any other time of the year. So I like those negative tides. If I know that I can get my boat into a certain area and I see mullet, or if I see wading birds, that is a key component for me to go in and try to get my boat into that area so I can fish. Those are the things that I'm looking for. Is mullet, activity, and birds. If the mullet are there, then the reds and the snook are not far behind, and if there's wading birds, and that's telling you that there's some kind of bait there. So that's a good indication of what to look for. And I know some people, they hate fishing the low tides, but I tell you what, if you can get used to it and understand where you need to be, you can catch a lot of fish on these negative low tides. Now let's go ahead and talk about the salooners. On Saturday, we have a minor feeding time from 11:02 to 12:02 p.m. And then we have a major feeding time from 4:10 p.m. to 6:10 p.m. Then on Sunday, we have a minor from 11:37 a.m. to 12:37 p.m. And then a major feeding time from 4:54 to 6:54 p.m. So those major feeding times are going to be right as the sun is setting, or very close to setting. So there's a barometric change right there. So that major feeding time might be pretty good, especially after these cold mornings that we're going to have. We're having a really cold morning. We had cold morning on Friday morning this morning, and then it's going to warm up this weekend. And those are the days that I really liked, especially inshore fishing, because when it started to warm up, those fish turned on the feed bag, and I can't tell you how many times that we've caught so many fish on exact days like we're going to have this weekend. So if you can get out, I highly recommend fishing. If you're going to go for snook and redfish and trout in the morning and then concentrate on grouper in the afternoon, I would probably recommend that, because that tide's going to be ripping. So it's going to be very difficult to fish for grouper and snapper in the morning, and that's what Chad and I are probably going to do. On Friday we're fishing. We're going to start probably inshore in the morning. We're going to get a late start because it's going to be so cold, and then fish for grouper and snapper in the afternoon. And then on Sunday or Saturday, we're actually going to go offshore and try for some hogfish. I appreciate some of my buddies giving me some numbers to go out and check. I promise that I won't be out there all the time and we won't wreck that area. I want to actually try to find some on my own too. So anyway, Chad and I are going to go offshore on Saturday and try for hogfish. It's a fish that I have not yet caught. I've gone fishing for him one time. I was the only person on the boat not to catch one. So I was pretty discouraged, but at least we caught some. So I have an idea of watching a lot of YouTube videos of what to look for and what we need to do and how to catch these hogfish. I know we're going to have to go through a lot of shrimp, so we already have a ton of shrimp reserved. So thank you, Five Boys Bait and Tackle, for that. We're going to pick those shrimp up on Saturday morning. But anyway, people have been asking about the snapper bite. The snapper bite is good if you've got shrimp, but you're going to have to go through a lot of grunts to get into those snapper. But the snapper are still here. They don't go away. They're still here. So if you're going to fish for snapper, make sure that you bring some shrimp with you, because really the snapper just have not been eating live bait for the last few weeks now. We'll catch one here or there, but they're not really consistent. So anyway, again, I want to thank everybody for all the support this last couple weeks. We've had a lot of orders. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. And again, we're having our get-together on January 9th, which is only a couple weeks away. So if you haven't reserved yet your space, or just letting us know that you're coming so we have a head count, you can go to the Facebook page, events page, sign up there, or you can sign up on our website and RSVP there. So again, thank you very much for everything. We really appreciate it. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.